Craig Ferguson has earned quite the reputation as one of Hollywood's most charming and entertaining flirts.
In theaters February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Get your cat ready.
Many female celebrities would specifically request to appear on his show just for the opportunity to engage in playful banter with him. You know, I really wasn't interested in doing any more talk shows, but then my publicist showed me some of your footage and I developed this little crush, confessed one guest. While Craig certainly benefits from being a famous television host, many of his techniques can actually be adopted by anyone looking to become more engaging in conversation. Specifically, Craig demonstrates 7 key habits that can help you build chemistry with virtually anyone you meet. Mastering even a few of these approaches will give you the confidence to enter any interaction knowing that people will enjoy connecting with you. And if you someday find yourself hosting your own talk show, you'll already have the personality that gets reactions like this. I just wanted to let you know that I have about 25 girlfriends who are absolutely crazy about you and are extremely jealous that I'm here instead of them. Habit 1. Enthusiastic compliments. The first thing you'll notice about Craig is how he begins almost every conversation in an upbeat, positive manner. Most people we interact with have mundane conversation habits, so being around someone who makes us laugh and feel good is almost addictive. We naturally want to spend more time with that person. One way Craig accomplishes this is through high-energy, enthusiastic compliments.
Look at you! Look at you, woman! You look sensational! Hello, Karen!
Hello!
How lovely to see you!
How nice to see you too!
You look absolutely enchanting.
Notice Craig's choice of words. Most people giving compliments would simply say, "You look great," which is forgettable. By using more distinctive words like enchanting and sensational, your compliment becomes much more likely to brighten someone's day. That said, creating chemistry doesn't necessarily have to begin with a compliment. The more crucial element of Craig's charm is his effusive, positive energy. In your own interactions, a good rule of thumb is to start a conversation with slightly more energy than the average person in that environment. At a bustling bar, that might mean using expansive body language and a stronger voice, while in a quiet coffee shop, it could be as subtle as offering a warm smile and speaking 20% louder than others around you. Habit 2. Playful teasing.
I think you can have a cup. I don't drink coffee because
you don't?
It makes me crazy.
How long have you been in Al-Qaeda?
Endless compliments can become boring, and constant teasing might make you seem unkind. But when you combine the two, you create an enjoyable emotional roller coaster. If you're unsure how to tease someone while flirting, here are 2 simple approaches you can borrow from Craig. First, ask a rhetorical question that assumes something absurd about the other person. For example,
Member of the non-tattooed community, I find tattoos fascinating.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you interested in getting one?
No.
Really? Why? Why do you hate America?
when using this technique, make sure your question is obviously absurd. This increases the likelihood of getting a laugh and clearly communicates that you're being playful rather than judgmental. Another easy tease is calling out when someone says something cliché.
I have a gluten allergy, so I can't really eat.
You have a gluten allergy? That's
Yes.
so unusual to hear from an actress.
No, it's for real.
Oh, it is?
No, for real.
Craig has another habit that makes his teasing well received rather than hurtful. He'll often tease himself as well. By making fun of yourself along with others, you clarify that you're not actually criticizing but simply saying whatever comes to mind that might get a laugh. Habit 3. Playful absurdity. If teasing feels intimidating, you can start with something more fundamental, being playfully absurd. Playfulness is essential to flirting. Notice in this example how a joke doesn't just make the other person laugh, but immediately shifts the tone of the conversation.
Fries are from Belgium, aren't they?
Yes, Belgium is everything bad for you. Fries, chocolate, waffles,
Black tar heroin.
black tar heroin.
Most people would have simply added another item Belgium is known for. A common mistake when flirting is thinking the goal of conversation is merely exchanging information. The reason teasing and playful absurdity help build chemistry is because flirting has another purpose: creating emotions. Habit 4. Creating a safe space for flirtation. Craig creates an environment where people feel comfortable being flirty, and even a bit risque. Watch how Joss Stone surprises even herself with what she's willing to say after just 20 minutes of talking with Craig.
But it's Valentine's Day, so you can squirt whatever you want.
No, you can't! No, you can't!
Cream, berries,
No!
anything goes.
No, no,
Why
no.
not?
How does Craig create this dynamic? There are several ways. One approach is to venture into that territory first with a joke that isn't about them. Here's how Craig naturally incorporates sexual humor into a conversation without seeming creepy. She doesn't do that. Yeah, I like to talk about it. She punches you right in the face. That's what I like, yeah, if I ask for it nicely. That particular joke also implies Craig is non-judgmental about personal preferences, which encourages the other person to feel comfortable joining in.
So what do you do? Go to strip clubs and things?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome.
I thought you might. You know, I think there's something nice about a woman just letting it all out, taking it off, just dancing and shaking, just shimmying. I could go on and on.
Go right ahead. You have...
Here's another example. Notice his casual tone. Habit 5. Playful misinterpretation. Another way to introduce flirtation with less risk of seeming inappropriate is to playfully misinterpret something the other person says.
Right in the face?
That's what, if I ask for it nicely.
Playfully misinterpreting something as having sexual connotations gives the other person an opportunity to discuss their dating or intimate life if they wish. Because you've used humor and framed it as though they were the one hinting at it. If they don't want to discuss the topic, they can simply laugh and move on without awkwardness. If you're not comfortable with these types of jokes, you can still use playful misinterpretation in more innocent ways.
If Yvonne surfs.
I do a lot of adventurous things, but water is not one of my best friends. I'm not down with water.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do when it's thirsty time?
These platonic jokes are still excellent for building connections because they make interactions with you enjoyable. Habit 6. Flirting with everyone. Craig's charming, flirtatious personality isn't something he reserves only for women he finds attractive. He flirts with every female guest on his show, and while he tones it down with men, he still uses innuendo and even compliments their appearance.
I've got a really cool garden. Why wouldn't I dance in it?
Do you garden? Do you have a compost heap?
I do garden, but not as regularly as I would like.
Are we still talking about gardening?
Flirting with everyone helps you in several ways. If someone sees everyone around you laughing, it makes you more attractive. If you spot someone you're interested in, approaching them becomes easier because you're already in a playful state. And if your interaction with someone you're attracted to matches how you engage with everyone else, it will feel more natural and less likely to come across as awkward or forced. Habit 7. Comfortable with awkwardness. Craig has one more technique that allows him to confidently flirt with anyone. He's purposely made himself comfortable with worst-case scenarios. On a talk show, the worst thing that can happen is a conversation stalling into an uncomfortable silence. So what does Craig do? He deliberately creates long, awkward pauses.
Want to do an awkward pause?
He's exposed himself to hundreds of awkward silences, far longer and more uncomfortable than what we typically experience in conversation, so he has no reason to fear them. This doesn't mean you should intentionally make people uncomfortable, but rather find harmless ways to expand your comfort zone. If you're reading this, you're probably interested in meeting new people, so one way to broaden your comfort zone is simply to talk to more individuals. Remember, you don't need to master all these habits at once. Pick whichever one seems most enjoyable to you and focus on developing that habit first. For instance, if you're drawn to Craig's playful absurdity,
Even my pinky's a bit sausagey. It's like I've got 2 pounds of sausages.
How's that working out for you?
Some girls like it.
Yeah.
next time you chat with a friend or stranger, challenge yourself to say just one playfully absurd thing. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. Thanks for joining us here on Incredipath. Your journey to better understanding yourself starts here. We'll catch you in the next one.